The road to Mercy Ridge always felt like a journey back in time. Now, it felt like a descent. The asphalt, once smooth, was swallowed by the relentless green. A heavy, humid air pressed down, thick with unspoken memories. In the distance, the old church steeple, a familiar landmark, leaned precariously, a silent testament to decay. My hands tightened on the wheel, knuckles white. Every mile closer, a knot of dread tightened in my gut. This wasn't the home I remembered. This was something else entirely. Granny was waiting on the porch, a shadow against the fading light. She was thinner, her frame almost ethereal, but her eyes, they held a strange, unsettling brightness. Her hug was tight, almost desperate, a mix of love and a tremor. "You came," she whispered, her voice raspy. "Of course I did," I replied, trying to sound normal. Then Eli appeared in the doorway, hands shoved deep in his pockets, a strained smile on his face. "You look soft," he drawled, a familiar taunt. "You look wild," I shot back. The old dynamic instantly rekindled, yet tainted. A flicker of memory, two boys, wrestling in the sun-drenched yard, laughter echoing. Now, only a heavy silence remained, a sense of something profoundly wrong. That night, sleep was a distant dream. My old bedroom, once a sanctuary, now felt like a cage. The dim light barely pushed back the encroaching shadows that danced on the walls, shifting with an unseen breeze. The relentless tick-tock of the clock echoed the frantic beat of my heart, marking the slow crawl past midnight. Outside, the distant barking of dogs suddenly ceased, plunging the night into an unnerving, absolute silence. It was the kind of quiet that screamed, a void where sound should be, leaving only the whisper of the wind through the ancient trees. A sound that felt less like nature and more like a breath. Then I saw it, a thick, deliberate fog, not rolling in naturally, but creeping. It poured from the tree line of Black Briar Hollow, a living entity spilling over the fence posts, sliding across the yard. It moved with an unnatural purpose, tendrils reaching, grasping, swallowing the familiar landscape. It wasn't just mist. It was a presence, cold and suffocating, carrying with it the scent of damp earth and something ancient, something that had been sleeping and was now stirring. I rushed to the window, my breath catching. Eli was out there, standing barefoot in the swirling fog, utterly still. "Eli," I called, my voice hoarse, as I stumbled outside, boots crunching on the gravel. He didn't respond, his eyes vacant, fixed on the tree line. The fog curled around his ankles like a cat. "It's calling," he whispered, his voice hollow, barely audible above the silence. "What is?" I demanded. He slowly lifted a hand, pointing towards the impenetrable darkness of the tree line. "She's awake." A chill ran through me, colder than the fog itself. I grabbed his arm, his skin shockingly cold, pulling him back towards the porch. As we reached the steps, Eli blinked, confusion clouding his eyes, as if waking from a deep, unsettling dream. "Why are you dragging me?" he asked, his voice now normal, bewildered. The fog had retreated, leaving the yard eerily quiet, the tree line once again a dark, silent wall. I looked back at the forest. The silence was heavy, pregnant with unspoken threats. She was awake, and she was waiting.